putting people in positions where they can get indicted, that's not hip hop. And we as journalists, I've had Nipsey on my broadcast before, and I talk about this all the time. I wouldn't ask Nipsey anything that he would say that would get circle back on him.
That's right.
Even when we're talking, he was saying something, and I knew where he was going. I said, "Oh, let's talk about this."
Exactly.
I will do. I'm not going to even let you put yourself in that.
And you know the culture too.
Right.
Yeah.
We're from the same culture. And just the rule of the streets.
The rule of the streets.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit up with somebody and say, well, so you rob people. What kind of gun did you use?
Yeah.
Did you have 3 bullets? Were they hollow point?
Friday?
Right.
Was you chilling?
Yeah.
Just even ask that ain't hip hop. That's not hip hop.
Right. I agree.
So people have a right to call that out. That's vulturing. And Vlad has been labeled a vulture. And what does a vulture do? A vulture will kill something and then eat the carcass. They look at something to exploit and kill it and make money off the exploitation of it. That's what a vulture does. It kills something and eats the dead carcass.
But are we responsible? Because we're inviting everybody to the cookout.
Right.
You know
That's
what I mean?
thing.
And we keep celebrating it. You know, it's our, I'm sure he has a predominantly 80% African-American subscription base.
I would say most of it is white.
I will too. Because they vicariously want to, they are entertained by our trauma.
They are.
They're entertained by our trauma.
That's it. Y'all better understand a lot of these hip hop blogs
That's a fact.
are watched by white people. White people buy more hip hop.
So Vlad is at it again, and Vlad is always running his mouth. Now he's one of these guys that needs the black community in order for him to flourish and make money. Now he's made millions and millions of dollars off of black culture. Vlad is from either Ukraine or Russia. He's a small hat. He comes from that community, and he's benefited off the creation of FBA culture. But the problem is he doesn't respect FBA culture. And as Tariq Nasheed said, he would go out and he would ask all kind of incriminating questions. Now, this is the thing. This is the problem. A lot of you Negroes, you go on to his channel, right? Because you believe that the W man's ice is colder, right? We don't know how to, you have new channels coming up like Say Cheese TV, The Art of Dialogue, and other channels where they're starting to blow up. But over the years, we wouldn't support our own stuff. We'd run over there to them and blow them up, where they'll ask questions that they know they shouldn't be asking. Within the culture, we know I'm a black guy. It's certain questions, if I'm interviewing you, there's certain questions I'm not going to ask, because if you're stupid enough to answer them, you got to go back home. See, a W man can answer questions, say certain things within the culture. He ain't got to worry about it. But if I go and say the wrong thing and I got to come back to Philly and I done ran my mouth on Vlad and said something, that can cost me my life. That cost me my life. So I wouldn't even ask you that question, because within the culture and around certain people, certain things that you just shouldn't be saying, especially out to the public. But Vlad asked you those questions. So you shouldn't be on the channel in the first place. And as a journalist, if you respected the culture and you see all this depth that come with the culture, you certain questions you shouldn't be asking. But Vlad asked it anyway, and this is why he gets called a culture vulture. Well, he got in trouble this time for speaking on FBA culture when Oskino from my city was on there, and he was saying that he thinks that FBA is divisive. FBA, they practice racism. They do all these things. So he came under fire because it's a different time. It's a different movement. People thinking and talking different now, right? So now when he's running his mouth, FBA guys is going after him, and they're telling these rappers and people, yo, stay away from Vlad. Vlad feeling the heat. He runs to Tariq Nasheed for help. Y'all, Tariq basically explained this to us when he said this.
And one more thing, Flex, if I can, before I land my plane.
Go ahead, brother.
I don't know if you touched on that Vlad thing. I really, really want to hear your perspective on that. I've been off the platform for the last couple of days, so I don't know if you touched on that, but I just seen it earlier today. Don't know if you did or not. If you did, I'll look at some older videos. But if not, if you can later on in this tap in, that'd be great. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, with the Vlad thing, this Vlad thing is kind of bubbling because Vlad did he was interviewing somebody, and then Vlad brought up foundational Black Americans, kind of saying it was racist, something to that effect. So I kind of heard it late last night after I did my main broadcast. And again, Vlad called me the other day, just kind of called me out the blue, and with Willie on the phone, and Vlad was kind of explaining. I'm like, oh, what did you say, Vlad? He was like, well, I said some things, and then there's a lot of backlash because I said something, and then people don't. So I thought I'd call you. Okay, I'm like, man, what'd you say? You said some bullshit. So he was getting in front of it by calling me, and so I said, okay, look, well, let me see what's going on, and we'll figure something out. Let's see what you didn't say, what you doing. Lord. Um, people are losing their minds out here. People are really losing their minds because we're delineating. People are really losing their minds because, see, that's a power move. I'm telling you, it's a major, but that's a power move to delineate.
Y'all remember when he said, when Tariq Nasheed, I mean, not Tariq Nasheed, when Vlad TV said what he said about the minister, right? And he was in trouble. He wouldn't apologize. And he lost some black friends. People stopped speaking to him. But his ratings went up because, I don't know what's wrong with our people sometimes, man. Like sometimes, man, we complain about racism and W supremacy, but then we double down on the support of it at times. And we got to get out of that. And I hope that this FBA movement is a movement that starts to permeate through the minds of the people and wake our people up, man, and know that we can do it ourselves. We actually standing on the shoulders of our great grandparents, of these very, very, very important inventors and people that we come from. We start standing on that lineage and that culture, man. Right? Because the reason why these groups say that we don't have no culture, because they look at us, and a lot of our people, we don't value our culture. We give it away to everybody, right? A lot of our people don't understand that we was the creator of the GPS. We was the creator of 3D imaging. We was the creator of so many different things, man. They don't know that. They don't know that. So what happens is when you don't know who you are or understand your culture, and other groups do, then they'll come and say you don't have none because they're taking it away from you. They're benefiting from it, right? And this is the thing. So when he said what he said about the minister, he ran to Willie D. And he ran to Willie D for help. And this time he's running to Tariq Nasheed and also Willie D for help. Now, I don't agree with Tariq Nasheed going on to the show, but I know that Vlad TV show is very big and it has long arms and it can be very persuasive, right, to the media, because we see how our people still run over there, right? So I hope that Tariq Nasheed is being strategic in what he's doing. And I hope that when he goes on there, he doesn't lay down the friendship thing with Vlad. I hope that he puts Vlad in his place and sends the message to people, yo, stay away from here. That's the way I hope it goes. I'm watching very closely. But let's look at Tariq Nasheed when he went on to Vlad TV, like the first aspect of it. Check this out.
All right, here we go. Tariq Nasheed, welcome back to Vlad TV.
Back, yes, indeed.
This is not a total surprise because this kind of came together based on some comments that I made about foundational Black Americans and some of the situations that are happening right now with like a boycott with African hair shops and so forth. And I made some comments. I just want to apologize for the comments that I made. At the end of the day, I felt like it was coming from a good place, but I'm not Black. And I think I overstepped my bounds.
As you do sometimes.
As I do sometimes. Yeah. And my man Willie D actually called me up. And during the course of the conversation, I said, well, you know what would be a good person to get into this conversation was my man Tariq Nasheed. You know, in terms of the FBA guys that I know, he's the biggest one, and he's a regular guest on the show. Matter of fact, let me call up Willie.
Understand that everything that they get from this country, people that want to come here so bad, the reason why they want to come here so bad is because of the opportunities that we made for them.
Right.
They're standing on the shoulders of our ancestors. Standing on the shoulders of the people that came before us post-slavery. Right. And they're standing on our shoulders because we keep this raggedy motherfucker together. You know what I'm saying? Like we are the glue.
Right.
So my thing is that there's strength in numbers, but only if the numbers are not divided. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and we have to understand that all the lineages has to be respected. You got to respect everybody's lineage. You can still come together, but we still respect people and their individual lineage. We respect our Jamaican brothers. We respect the Nigerian brothers. We respect everybody. We don't have a problem with everybody recognizing their lineage and putting respect on it. And we're asking the same. We want people to give us the same respect and not try to rename us and reclassify us in their own terms. So we are taking the lead and the initiative to let people know what our lineage is. And that's all it is. It's not about dividing. It's not about divisiveness. It's not about division. We're just letting people know what our lineage is and how it should be respected. And we are going to gatekeep it so that we're not constantly exploited. So that's what I'm going to break down to Brother Vlad today. I'm going to break that down to Vlad.
Exactly. That's what's popping right there.
Yeah.
I mean, you said a mouthful.
Yes, sir.
Break it down. I know you got this, man. I know you got it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, brother. Good to talk to you. I'm going to holler at you in a minute. All right, brother. All right. Here we go. Got it.
Well, look, Willie's someone who I respect a lot. Very close friend of mine.
Love Willie.
Very good friend of mine. In fact, when I addressed the whole Farrakhan misquote, I purposely flew down to Houston to do his show to actually address that. So when he called me about this, I took that phone call very seriously. And like I said, of course, the phone call, I said, let me include you in the conversation. At the end of the conversation, I said, well, let me bring Tariq on my show to publicly address it as opposed to this private conversation. Let me learn something and let me apologize for overstepping my bounds. And here we are.
Let me say this. FBA is not just a lineage. It's a culture. It's us remembering our culture. It's us remembering the path that was already laid by the people that was here before us. It's us understanding and knowing who we are, and not using our history as a crippling factor for sympathy, but using our history to empower us, that when we walk in the room, we stand bold and proud, and we make people respect us. Right? People won't have the audacity to say that we don't have a culture when they're here benefiting off of our culture. They're benefiting off of our struggle. They're benefiting off the blood that ran down the streets in America for our fight and our liberation. Right? And come here and say that we don't have a culture. Right? But that's us now taking back what's been taken from us. And these are things that I've been saying for years on this channel and on my George Making 1, my George Making 2 channel. I've been ringing the alarm, sounding the alarm, and telling you guys the great people that you come from, right? The Fannie Lou Hamers, right? The Mary Bethune-McLeods. So many people, man. So many people. The Benjamin Bannekers, and I can go on and on and on and on and on. People, great people that we come from. And everybody knows this stuff. And everybody comes here to benefit. They latch on to FBA people so that way they can get rights. They can get things going for them in this country. While we sit here with our arms open, loving on everybody else, and no, we're not doing that no more. We're taking back control of what was taken from us. And we got to do that. So now Vlad can come here because we have an open door policy for so many years, put his feet up on our coffee table, make money, make millions of dollars off of our culture while at the same time not respecting our culture. Because let me tell you guys something. People like him and so many others, right, that look like us, but that's not from our lineage. Their job is to come here and do that because black dysfunction is profitable. The minute we stop being dysfunctional is the minute they stop making the profits that they make off of our dysfunction. They have to do this. They have to behave in the manner in which they're behaving because their lifestyle was predicated on our dysfunctional behavior. So the minute we start loving our brothers, wanting for your brother what you want for yourself, right? Loving our sisters loving the brother and saying, yo, we gonna get along. We gonna build things that's for us. We gonna gatekeep ours. What's gonna happen to them? Now you have to get permission to come into the culture. We got to check your paperwork. We need to know who you are, who your people, where you come from, right? Before we allow you to come to the barbecue. Why? Just because you can say a rap lyric or you can dance a little bit, we just let you come to the barbecue? Not no more. No, we're not doing that no more. No. What's his background? Oh, he come from them people? Oh, no. He cool, but he can't come in. His people got to check a background in regards to FBA Americans, man. He can't be over here. He can't be over here with us no more. And that's the way we got to start moving. Because the respect and love that we gave everybody else, it wasn't reciprocated. They didn't come and give us the respect and love back. So just remember when he says that FBA is racist or FBA is practicing xenophobia, how? FBA has patronized you, Vlad, for years. And you've made all the money that you've made is based off of FBA people. So how can you even make that statement? Why would you even be speaking on that, knowing that FBA people, now this is the thing. This one thing I do agree with. A lot of his subscriptions or people that watch him are white or W folks, because they love to watch our pain as a form of entertainment. They watch our carnage and our dysfunction as a form of entertainment, to the point where we make this kind of hurtful stuff about ourselves, and then the W folks financially fund it and put it out to the world, right? And this is why we're known and regarded for our music, our dance, and everything else, but not our inventions, not the things that we really bring to the table. We're not known for those things, even though they exist. But they'll know a rapper, but they won't know Dr. Gladys West. No, they won't know a Frederick McKinley. No, they won't know these FBA people that actually moved the world. Frederick McKinley, a brother that invented the freezers in the trucks created the frozen food department. That's a black man. But you know those rappers, though. You know those dancers, though. This is where we go wrong. So nah, man, that screw Vlad and all that kind of stuff. Because every time he says something disrespectful about FBA, he runs over to these people. So I hope that Tariq Nasheed is being very strategic. I'm watching this. We're gonna see how this play out. But if you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.